We're on a collision course. Yeah, and today is not a good day to die.
Guidance is internal. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hello guys, and welcome to Carter Plays Kerbal Space Program, Episode 9. And as you can see here, I've built a new rocket. It's the Luna 1 rocket. We've gotten away from the R series just because, you know, it's time to shake things up a little bit. It's much more capable, and this is the rocket that we're going to be flying up to land on the moon. We're going to be recovering science from space around the moon and planting a flag on the surface of the moon itself. So yeah. Hello guys, and welcome to Carter Plays Kerbal Space Program, Episode 9, where we're going to land on the moon. Yeah, we've designed a new rocket, the Luna 1. It's by far the most capable ship that I've built so far in the save, and it's powered by 4 backs and 1 skipper. And you know, I really think that the skipper really doesn't get enough credit. It's, in my opinion, like recently I've been using it more than the mainsail, which I don't know, even the mainsail's been getting a bit of the short end of the stick now that we've got the twin bore engine. But yeah, it's this stage right here with the boosters in the center. It should be able to take us all the way to space, maybe even all the way to orbit. And yeah, we're just gonna throttle back a little bit and you know, just correct course left slightly to get us back onto that 90-degree heading. We gotta remember to turn this fuel tank back on though. In an earlier record I actually forgot to do that and jettisoned it while there was still half the fuel left inside because I thought it had run out. A little embarrassing, but you know. We're just gonna continue to climb, and once again we've got a very similar cockpit setup, though it's a little bit more advanced. We've got a service bay because we're hiding another reaction wheel in there. It's the small size, so we couldn't be able to fit it on inline size. Alright, and we're gonna just uncork that fuel, and you can see that, you know, now that liquid engine's still gonna be able to run long after, and just hold on a moment, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a phone call real quick, and alright, so we're just gonna continue to ascend, jettison those empty boosters now that they're gone, and yeah, oh, got a little explosion there. Oh, look at them flying all over the place. Oh no, that's just the that old KSP sound bugging out at us. You know. Yeah. And, let's see here. Time to apoapsis is actually a little bit high, so because basically what you want to do, you want to keep your time to apoapsis pretty much as low as you can, just so that to get a, you know, the most efficient launch profile possible. it seems like we overcorrected a little bit on that burn to make us, get us on that 90-degree heading. So I'm gonna throttle up just a little bit, get us back on track, because our time to apoapsis, if you look right there, you want to keep it, around a little between 45 seconds and a minute for an optimally efficient launch. Yeah, and we're just gonna keep her heading right on 90 degrees. Check the map. Once again, we've still haven't upgraded the antenna relay yet, or whatever it's called, because, well, it's just generally, like, I wanted to build a better rocket rather than be able to see where I'm going, like, because I can get myself to the moon without it, but landing on the moon in 30 parts would be a little bit dicey. And, oh man, I forgot to approve those contracts from last time. I remember when I started, the first time I was playing on career mode, I was kind of panicked because I thought that if I hit the trash, that would throw away the money too, but yeah, I was just like, yeah, but the money was still there, so we're all good. And the money is still there now. Huh. That's concerning. So, unless this is bugging out on me, well, no, I don't have any reputation either. So, yeah, that seems like that's a little bit bugged right now, so we're just going to try not to worry about that, because I know that, the old, like, game's full release, but it's still got a few kinks left. Yeah, hold on, just got a group me message. Just gonna check that real quick. Alright. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Oh, man. It's nothing too bad. Just a friend of ours who's already gone off to college won't be able to make it to the Christmas party in a little while. Very sad, I know. Just I'm sure I'll be able to get through this, guys. You don't worry about me. You just let old Carter keep making his videos. And if you look at that, we've had just about as good of a launch as you can want. We're burning right down to the end of our booster, and just gonna keep that on. I think we're gonna burn this guy all the way down till we're at nothing, then complete the orbit burn with the FLT 800. And goodbye, first stage. What the? Oh, still got a little bit left. Yeah. Oh man, that's come on, tank. Why couldn't you run out when I? Oh, and got ourselves just about into orbit on just that first stage. Man, I'm a little bit unreasonably proud about that launch, guys, because that went just about as smoothly as a launch can go. Alright, just give a little puff. Gonna coast to apoapsis and then circularize with the booster. Or, not the booster, with this the second guy here. This guy, we've got a periaps of... Well, so this is gonna stay in space forever because it'll just stay on rails, but, I'll manually delete it. And it's not like, it'll break up or anything. Because, yeah, like, I don't know, space junk, real problem in real life, but in KSP, you're pretty good most of the time. Like, I've never really had a problem with space junk, though. My saves have never really gotten that crowded, but I did start to have an issue on one game I played, because spent boosters, because I had a system that could get me pretty much all the way to my station. And spent boosters were just piling up around the station. So yeah, just hanging off by about 100 kilometers or so. So now let's see here. We want to be about... just get that up. Get the moon at 12 o'clock. Get the spacecraft. Have it swing around down to 4. And, oh, alright. Cannot warp faster. It's alright. It's all good. Yeah, so... just gonna time warp around, and we will. I should have gone for a higher apoapsis so that I could do this a little bit faster. Because, You know me. I'm all about the speed. And yeah, we're almost there. And I think that's gonna about do it. Let's just check it one last time. Yeah, that'll do it. This we've got a lot of fuel on this guy. It's got a this stage here's got about 70. Actually, we can see that right now. Yeah, oh my, the engineer panels. I'll close down that orbital just because. Alright, so stage 4, we've got 1500 meters per second at delta V, and that's plenty to get yourself to the moon. And into orbit around the moon. Yeah, about 700 of that is what we'll need to speed up to lunar velocity, and the other 700, you know, we'll be able to use to get into orbit. And this top stage here has plenty enough fuel to go from low orbit around the moon to land on it and come back to Kerbin. Like, I could have done it, like, I'd prefer to do it with, you know, a separate descent and launch stage, but we don't have fairings yet, so I didn't want to really go for it. And, uh-oh. Now, let's just have it focus on there, on the prograde real quick, because, yeah, how far did we drift off with that? Not far at all. Alright. So, yeah, and I wonder, can I time warp with this a little bit? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's still a pretty small craft. We should be fine. Just, you know, for the interest of speeding things up, because I want to be able to. I don't want to make this a two-parter. At least I want to land on the moon in this episode. This one will. I'll cut this one off at 20 minutes, but I should be able to get to the moon and land on it in that time. Yeah. See, like, I think because we're not actually really having to render anything right now, it's much better able to handle being at 3 times time acceleration. Also, you know, still, fuck. Dang it. See, this is, alright, so we might actually have to burn retrograde just a little bit, just so that just so I'm comfortable in knowing that we'll get into orbit around the moon, because, I don't know, that's a margin of error that's a bit too wide. Yeah. Let's just, there we go. That'll do it. And now, let's focus back on the thing. Just hit delete there, backspace, what have you. And we're just going to cruise right in. Yeah, it always freaks me out because, you know, my brain wants to think that it's going to go around at the same speed no matter how high up it is, so I'm always thinking, oh man, I'm going to miss the moon. But no, and we should be captured right around now. There we go. Oh man, we're on a collision course. Yeah, and today is not a good day to die. Yeah. So right now, what we're gonna want to do is, I think what we're gonna want to do is burn radial, just because of we're going to need to bleed off any velocity that we do if we burn prograde. Yeah, and B, I want to be in a 90-degree orbit around the moon. So yeah, let's just, we got plenty of fuel. Got plenty of fuel to do this, don't worry about it, guys. So yeah, we're just going to keep burning, and now I think it would be, at this point, more efficient to go for a prograde burn. Yeah. Yeah, oh man. Yeah, that little reaction wheel that I've gotten there doesn't have quite enough oomph to maneuver us when we've got that big tail on the end, but I think it'll be good enough to keep us upright while we're landing, just so long as I don't land on any major slopes. Come on. Alright, no, it looks like radial's going to be the way we're going to want to go for this. That, or I could just suicide burn all the way down to the surface, but I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's a bit inefficient. I don't know. If you guys know any different, just let me know in the comments. And alright, now we're at least not going to hit the surface of the planet, and just to get that first contract done, we're going to transmit. It won't get us any science, but, you know, it'll get us money. And maybe that'll update the thing. Yeah, there we go. And I don't think I had did I have the barometer last time I came here? No, I didn't. So, I'll be able to come and take that data. And, you know, once again, we're not going to be able to get the space high data for this just because, you know, could get, you know, about 3 times more by going for it on the surface. And now we're just going to time warp down, not too fast. We don't want to get crazy. Don't want to miss it. Happened to me more times than I like to count, or like to admit. More times than I can count, more times than I'd like to admit. That's how the saying goes, Carter. But yeah, we're just gonna... I think that's a good distance to start burning down. And we're just gonna hit that final... Just gonna squeeze out the last little bit. Alright, we're in orbit, so, you know, we're not gonna fly off into what would probably be interplanetary space, given the distance that we're coming, and, you know... Like, slingshotting is, it's great when you can do it intentionally, but it's pretty bad when it, you know, happens by surprise. Yeah. Should be able to devote more. I've actually got an idea for sort of a new series type thing. Yeah, it's sort of like, you know, I don't want to say too much about it, because, you know, there's a good chance that, and also we've got this, the biome is actually indicated there, so we can really just zoom around. And let's get that Midland Craters EVA data. Oh boy. Still set, because remember last time we didn't fly over it because we just went right over the equator, and either they might have been on the night side or get that Highland Craters, you know. Let's get a little extra science. And alright, now... Oop! Forgot to board. That would have... That could have gone very poorly. See, I think we're going to want to land probably in that crater right there. Just because craters, they generally get you a good amount of science, and, you know... Actually, I don't know. Do craters give any more science than landing in Midlands or Highlands? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I know that there is one... I would like to go for the canyon, because I think that the canyons and the poles are just super cool. And it's putting the brakes on us again, so... You know, I really wish that it would check if you're in a stable orbit or not in this, you know? Because, like, it can... I mean, the game clearly has the ability to detect whether you're in orbit or not. I think... If... You know, personally, I think if you're in orbit, you should be able to time warp as fast as you want. Like, if you're going to be changing planes, like changing sphere of influences, or are going to intersect with the ground, then I think it should put limits on you. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like, are there any mods that let you time accelerate faster? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know differently. And oh man, we are skimming. We're just skimming the surface here, just... Yeah. Try to... Ooh, let's get that, get that glory shot real quick. There's the... Yeah, there we go. I don't know. Hold on. Let's get that electric charge crap out of here. There we go. Yeah, oh man, you can just barely see the ground scatter. Beautiful. Oh man, I don't know. This game, like, you know... It's not, you know, it's not the prettiest, but I think just, I don't know, just, it feels big, you know? Like, it's, like, do you guys know what I mean? Like, every other space game that, well, I mean, a lot of the other space games that I play, like, you know, the planets and all that are, like, not, you know, actual size, like, it's just, you know, like, only a few times bigger than your ship, but you can only get so close to it, so it feels bigger. Like, I know that that this one game, Star Trek Legacy, like, I like it, but I know everything just feels so small in that game. And in KSP, it just, you know, I mean, the moon, I mean, I know that everything's an eighth the size that it would be, and but you know, all right, we gotta ditch that stage. Oh man, that freaked me out for a second. The that sound playing again. So yeah, and now we'll get a barometer report from Space Low over the moon in a sec. We're so close. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, really, you're not playing the game. Let's hide that real quick, just so that we can get all the view that we can of the moon and, you know, all that. Alright. Yeah, now, oh man. Yeah, you are, basically, in my opinion, you haven't really played the game until you've at least landed on the moon. Like, I've showed this to my brothers and, like, my parents and stuff, and I know they, I mean, my parents, you know, they're old people. They're, video gaming isn't their forte, so, you know, not gonna judge. Different times. I mean, though, my dad, he, I mean, you know what? We're gonna save that story for next time because we're, getting really close to the surface. You can see the shadow there. And it looks like we picked a decently level spot to come down on. Should have no trouble staying up right here. Yeah, we're just gonna burn. It's a little bit more slanted than I realized a little earlier. But worst comes to worst, I think we might. We're pretty good. All right, just bring our speed all way down. And there we go. And do the landing legs not reach? Oh well. Just let her settle. Just make sure. I just want to make sure that when I. All right. So it looks like. Oh man. I know this is tricky because I mean we're landed, but I think I must have put the landing legs too high up and they don't quite reach. Like the engine bell is longer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock the suspension on all of them. Just so that, actually maybe, if I raise these guys so that they can canter up on the hill a little bit. Hold on, let me just see, where's the cockpit? Alright, so we're going to want to pull up just a little bit. I know, I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Alright, and so we have, successfully landed on the moon. That's just great. And all right, just gonna get all the science we can. Oh yeah, there's the good stuff. Get that crew report real quick, and now I think it's about time that we first get our barometer. Come on, barometer. There we go. Can I take data? Oh, okay. Oh. Alright, first we get barometer data, and now it's time to walk on the moon. Alright, we're just gonna EVA pack all the way down because ladders are for pussies. And time to plant a flag on the moon. And we got that contract. Alright. And alright. Moon landing 1. Plaque text, no one died, yay. Alright, and I think that's going to be all for this time. It would really mean a lot to you guys if you subscribed or leave a comment or something, and I'll see you in a bit.